Won in late night and nominated for more viewers for quality television awards than any other network. Most honored, America's favorites, the quality shows on NBC.
The complete Olympics from Australia this September on the networks of NBC.
It's the Casino Aztar Thunder and Lightning July 4th Fireworks Spectacular. Tonight's show is brought to you by Arby's, now that your tastes have grown up. And by Farm Bureau Insurance, solutions you need from a company you know.
Good evening, I'm Ann Comis, and thank you for joining us tonight live from Evansville's riverfront for a big night.
And I'm Jeff Lyons. It has been a wonderful evening, as you know, Ann. Now, we've had music. There have been some amateur fireworks, but we're going to get in on the professional ones here in just a little while.
The Evansville Philharmonic Orchestra, as well as the Symphonic Band, has been entertaining us throughout the night as we wait for the big event, the fireworks.
And it promises to be a huge spectacle down here. Integra Bank and Casino Aztar, as well as 14 WFIE, are making this evening possible. That orchestra, you can't beat that sound right here live. We're like one of three cities in the nation with live fireworks and music choreographed tonight.
Choreographed, and it's quite a, we're going to tell them all about that in a few minutes. But we want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. There are, I guess, thousands of people down here on the riverfront tonight. You will see them as our cameras pan the crowd, enjoying the music, and there's been some great music.
When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the history of fireworks and some other interesting things.
And how they set up this a barge full of fireworks that will be choreographed to the music, just like you said.
All right, we'll be right back.
Here's a deal that'll make grown-ups salivate. Oh, heck, it'll make them drool. 5 Arby's roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. That's a great price on the kind of sandwiches grown-ups really like. Tender, slow-roasted beef you get to top with tangy Arby's sauce or tasty horsey sauce. 5 Arby's roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. But not for long, so get to Arby's and satisfy your grown-up tastes.
What's your dad doing? He's waiting to talk to his insurance agent. Well, my dad never has to do that when he calls Farm Bureau Insurance.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance has a 24-hour customer service call center, an interactive website, and a fleet of emergency response vehicles to provide you with the best possible customer service.
Your dad's funny when he has to wait. Oh, that's nothing. You should see him when he calls to order a pizza.
Linda knows 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer. She also knows St. Mary's sets the regional standard for total breast care. But she wants her daughter to know St. Mary's Breast Center provides exams and results in one visit. Mary, Pat, and Ellen know breast center doctors use breakthrough advances. And as a breast cancer survivor, Michelle wants every woman to know how important it is to schedule a mammogram. Call 485-4437 for yours. Women choose St. Mary's.
America's Olympic Heroes is brought to you by 14 WFIE, the Tri-States News Leader.
Michael Johnson came to Atlanta chasing history. He captured the 400 meters in Olympic record time and then completed his golden sweep with a world record in the 200.
Michael Johnson running for the round and into Olympic history.
Well, good evening and welcome back to our big program tonight. I'm really excited to be here because we're listening to the Evansville Symphonic Band, the Evansville Philharmonic Orchestra, as they play, well, they've played most of the evening, some beautiful
Armed Forces medley. They just played Off We Go, Into the Wild Blue Yonder, and all that stuff.
Yeah, it is a really neat night. Well, we're leading up to the big event, and that is the fireworks. And for the first time in Evansville, the fireworks will be choreographed to the music from the
live music.
Live music with 120 musicians up there on stage.
It's really quite a spectacle. I think a lot of people wonder, you know, how long have fireworks been around? I mean, I can remember seeing them as a kid, but they've been around much longer than that.
Much, much longer. We wanted to know who invented fireworks and why. And this is what we found out when we did a little research. Although many nations claim this invention, most historians believe the Chinese invented fireworks in the 9th century when they discovered how to make black powder, more commonly known as gunpowder. The sounds of the first firecrackers were so loud, the Chinese believed the noise would scare away evil spirits. Fireworks made their way to Europe sometime in the 13th century, probably carried back from the East by Crusaders. Their popularity grew, and by the 15th century, they were widely used for religious festivals and public entertainment. When military victories were celebrated, they were celebrated with fireworks. In 1532, Charles V, the ruler of the Holy Roman Empire, had in his army fireworkers, whose particular function was to put on victory displays. The Italians were the first Europeans to manufacture fireworks and were the undisputed European masters of fireworks making through the end of the 17th century. They emphasized machines or temples, landscaping their shows with elaborate structures which were decorated with paintings of allegorical figures, flowers, and lamps that were cut out in silhouette to glow from behind. The emphasis on machines was due to the fact that in the early days, artisans didn't have much to work with in terms of fireworks. Amber was the primary color, and the fireworks themselves were mostly smoke and sparks. Therefore, much of the pageantry was focused on the machine. The earliest settlers brought their love of fireworks to the New World, where firings of black powder were used to celebrate holidays and to impress the natives. By the time of the American Revolution, fireworks had long played a part in celebrating important events. The first celebration of Independence Day was in 1777, 6 years before America would know whether this new nation would even survive the war, and fireworks were part of the festivities. By the 18th century, music was often incorporated into fireworks displays. One famous performance took place in England to celebrate the signing of a peace treaty. For the London celebration, the famous composer George Friedrich Handel created the symphony Music for the Royal Fireworks, specifically for the fireworks display. And we will hear some of that same music tonight. Even today, fireworks play an important part in celebrations all around the world, including this last New Year's Eve, when many major cities celebrated the new millennium with fireworks. And Jeff and I were there, just right around the corner, downtown Evansville, for the new millennium, and we celebrated with fireworks. And tonight, another big celebration. But this is quite a complicated little affair here.
It is, and you know, it looks so iffy today. We had some rainfall, but the folks from Melrose were able to set up the fireworks. Have you ever wondered how they put all these things together to launch over 900 shells? We took a look today, and here's what we found out.
7 cameras, more than 4,000 yards of cable, all to make your at-home experience just as good as if you were here on the riverfront.
If they watch the fireworks tonight on television, I think they'll get a better show than if they were down here at the riverfront live, because they'll see angles that they ordinarily wouldn't see if they were here.
This is ground zero. With hookups to all the cameras, this is where the show will come to life. The director and the producer need to know exactly what fireworks are going off and what music is being played so they can blend it all into an on-air spectacular.
We know what music is going to be on. We have a list of where the fire cues are for each of these fireworks, so we'll know if it's a big shot coming off, if it's a smaller shot, one with glitter, one with sparkles, so forth. So we'll have an idea of what's coming up so I can prepare the cameras.
Of course, a big part of the show hinges on cooperation with the people setting off the fireworks. They, too, need to know what music is going to be playing and exactly when.
If it's an upbeat type piece they're doing where the music's, you know, upbeat, fast tempo, something like that, then it's going to be a little faster. And then you're going to, if it's a little slower, you're going to slow the pace down a little bit. It's kind of get into the mood, get a little feeling. That's an important part of the show.
Now, fireworks shows used to be people lighting a match and letting them fly, but this show is way more than that. It's done by computer and timed to the second.
It's all down to tenth of a second. So when it comes on the script, we run a time code through it, and that's how it's fired off. The computer downloads that and puts it onto a disc, and then we know what the firing commands are, and then it voices it out for us. So we.
Well, it is quite a complicated operation. I can't wait to see how it all comes off.
It is. I'm sure it will unfold in spectacular color. The Evansville Symphonic Band is done. When we come back, we're going to hear the Evansville Philharmonic Orchestra, a very popular tune that they always play this time of year.
The 1812, is that what you're
That's right,
talking
with
about?
the cannons.
All right. We'll be right back.
Here's a deal that'll make grown-ups salivate. Oh, heck, it'll make them drool. 5 Arby's roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. That's a great price on the kind of sandwiches grown-ups really like. Tender, slow-roasted beef you get to top with tangy Arby's sauce or tasty horsey sauce. 5 Arby's roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. But not for long, so get to Arby's and satisfy your grown-up tastes.
You may not fully understand the convenience of our 24-hour customer service center. You may never have visited our interactive website or been assisted by one of our emergency response vehicles. But in times of need, the significance of our company's commitment to customer service
Farm Bureau Insurance is taking care of everything.
will be easy to grasp. For service you can depend on, call Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Dodge, different. Big savings, just about. Big savings, almost everything. I don't think so. Up to 2,000 cash allowance, most imitated Caravan. 1,000 cash allowance, Intrepid, Stratus, Neon. Big saving cash allowance, almost every car, almost everything. I don't think so. Limited time. Dodge savings. Don't wait. Dodge different. Dodge different. Dodge different.
Stop by Dairy Queen today and try a 16-ounce creamy smooth Blizzard treat or a Breeze frozen yogurt treat. Each just $1.99 in participating stores.
Rabin Tire. Friendly, helpful people. They understand your tire needs and help you select the right tire. Service you can depend on. People you can rely on. Rabin Tire.
And welcome back. I'm Jeff Lyons here at the Casino Astar Thunder and Lightning, July 4th, 2000. Spectacular. I don't think we can say any more things about it to adequately express just how wonderful this is going to be tonight. One of the big elements, of course, with the fireworks is the music, and it's a very intricate process to get the music and the fireworks together. And you actually were talking to Alfred Savi a little earlier this evening. Boy, he seems really excited about tonight.
He is, because this is the first time they've ever put the fireworks and the music together. And, of course, we all know that the Evansville Philharmonic and the Symphonic Band play beautiful music. But tonight, it will be set to fireworks, and that seems to add a real special touch, just as Alfred Salvia told us earlier today.
Well, the Philharmonic got involved in the Thunderfest fireworks celebration really at the initiation of Clarence Mann, who's the production director at Channel 14. The idea was to just bring another dimension to the whole festivities that the evening of the 4th of July. The Symphonic Band is already playing. The idea was to add the orchestra onto that, and specifically for the fireworks display, there's such a breadth of repertoire that the orchestra can draw from works created by, composers from the symphonic repertoire to movie soundtracks, and we've drawn on all this sort of thing, all the way from Handel and the Royal Fireworks music to John Williams and some of the Star Wars movies, in putting together a show that is going to bring this great symphonic music together with live fireworks. The goal of this concert this evening was to put together music and fireworks in a way that the fireworks are actually synchronized to the music. So the first thing we had to do was select the repertoire, and that was done very early on, back in around February, I think. music that would have a lot of sort of thrilling sounds, big sounds, which would lend itself to fireworks, but also music that had some downs, so that because the fireworks aren't always going to be the giant displays for a full 30 minutes, there has to be some peaks and valleys in the music as well as the fireworks. So the first thing was selecting the music, then putting the music together on a tape that was done digitally, and then sent to the fireworks company, who then basically decided where they would shoot off which type of fireworks. So the biggest fireworks are going with some of the biggest moments in the music, of course, all leading towards the finale. And then some of the down times and some of the pauses in the music would have also similar sort of down times in the fireworks. Those were all then, that was sent back to us, and we also put together a time clock, so that in my score there are timings that tell how much time would have elapsed at each point in the music. So every 16 measures or so, I have something that says 2 minutes and 34 seconds, 3 minutes and 3 seconds, 3 minutes and 35 seconds, and that sort of thing. And I will have a clock that is on a monitor in front of me that will show the elapsed time, and I have to match up exactly with that clock, you know, basically within a second or so, so that the music and the fireworks, the whole integrity of the presentation together is maintained. The Evansville Philharmonic is so thrilled to be part of this Freedom Festival and the activities that are taking place on the 4th of July, the fireworks celebration, which is, I think, going to be the crowning jewel in the whole event. It's been my dream since I was appointed music director here 11 years ago to have the orchestra play more outdoor concerts, especially and particularly on the 4th of July, so that we can play for more people and to be part of the whole fireworks activities, and to be collaborating with the symphonic band in this venture is just, you know, just a thrilling thing for us, and you're going to see it all come together in just a few short minutes.
And indeed we are. When we come back from this break, we will have the 1812 Overture for you. And actually, before we go away, we got to introduce you to some of the folks out here. Everybody's been lined up for quite some time now, and well, let's just find out where these folks are from. I'm going to step on your sleeping bag here. Where are you folks from?
Evansville, Indiana.
And how long have you been down here this evening?
About 30 minutes.
Oh, 30 minutes, and you have prime seats. What's your secret?
Nothing, just found an empty spot.
I see. Are you looking forward to hearing those big cannons go in a few minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty thrilling. Have you heard the 1812 Overture before?
Yes.
And were you scared at the time when the big bang goes over there?
I was at first.
Okay. Now, have you ever been this close when the fireworks actually are displayed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been a little bit closer.
But you're pretty nonplussed then. You're just going to sit here and take it all in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody you want to say hi to back at home?
Not really.
They're all here. All right. Thanks a lot. And let's see who else is here. We have some folks. Now, this is interesting. We have the camp stools over here. How are you this evening?
Fine, you?
Hot enough for you?
Yes, it's too hot for me.
Okay. Is this your favorite fireworks display that you come to every year?
Yes, it is.
Come to think of it, it's probably the only fireworks display most of us come to. Where are you from?
Evansville.
Okay. And what are you most looking forward to?
The fireworks.
How about you?
Fireworks.
Okay. And are you ready for the cannons to go off?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, they're pretty loud. My kids were hiding out last time we did this. Thanks a lot. What's your name?
Danielle.
And Danielle, you got pretty good seats here this evening. What do you think's going to happen?
I don't know. We're going to have fun.
Yeah? Yeah. Have you been having fun this evening?
Yeah.
What school do you go to?
Washington.
You want to say hi to anybody out there, Washington?
Deja, my principal, Mr. Woodruff, and Mr. Austinberg.
Good. When in doubt, butter up the principal. That's always a good thing to do. We have the applause now from the audience. Alfred Savi is taking the stage, and they're going to be starting the 1812 Overture in just a couple of minutes. We'll be right back with that.
Here's a deal that'll make grown-ups salivate. Oh, heck, it'll make them drool. 5 Arby's roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. That's a great price on the kind of sandwiches grown-ups really like. Tender, slow-roasted beef you get to top with tangy Arby's sauce or tasty horsey sauce. 5 Arby's roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. But not for long, so get to Arby's and satisfy your grown-up tastes.
These days, Americans are busier than ever.
They're sleeping less and working more. And while the commitment to our jobs has made us more productive, it also means that we have less time to take care of life's other responsibilities. Your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent is working hard too, so that planning your family's financial future is the easiest part of your day. Call Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Driving without car insurance can turn your drive to work into a no-win situation. Have you called Save Auto Insurance today?
Pick up the phone, the call is free. 1-800-SAVE-AUTO. Save Auto.
My mom is the best. We have so much fun together, especially when we go to McDonald's. And wait till she tries the new fruit and yogurt parfait. She's gonna love it, because it's got all the stuff Moms wants. Even real blueberries and strawberries. She'll say, yum, fruit and yogurt parfait. I bet she'll want to take me to McDonald's every day.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
Yes.
And welcome back. I'm Jeff Lyons, along with Ann Colmus here at the Evansville Riverfront. We're waiting for the big fireworks spectacular, the Casino Aztar Thunder and Lightning July 4th Fireworks Display 2000. And, you know, one of the things that this is a culmination of is Thunder on the Ohio, the big hydroplane race and all the festivities surrounding that. That's been a fixture in this community, well, I guess since about 1976 or maybe even a little bit before. In case you missed some of the activities last week, we put together a wrap-up of all the activities from Thunder. Here's what that was like last week. That was terrific. I like seeing everything all put together like that. Of course, we had the big hydroplane races. The weather cooperated with that. You just got to introduce the 1812 Overture, and I hear they've started playing that now.
They're starting it.
About 6 minutes from the cannons. I don't have the cotton for my other ear to put in yet. They test-fired those things today.
That's the Nighthawks.
And, yeah, the Nighthawks and their artillery unit
the
over there.
Evansville Army National Guard unit,
yeah. They have 6 big guns over by the Four Freedoms Monument. If you've never heard those things go off,
you will.
yeah, you'll hear it. Even if you're watching in Morganfield, you'll be hearing it down there as well.
Well, you'll definitely want to hear the cannons and the Evansville Philharmonic along with the symphonic band performing the 1812 Overture.
That's right. Brought to you by Casino Aztar and Integra Bank.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the event you have all been waiting for. Casino Astar's Thunder and Lightning Spectacular celebration to celebrate our independence. Welcome back Maestro Alfred Savia, the Evansville Philharmonic Orchestra, and the Symphonic Band. spectacular, awesome, patriotic 4th of July from the riverfront.
It really just knocked you out of your socks, and that finale, I've never seen anything like that. I mean, those Millennium fireworks that we did back on the first,
great.
That was something, but that was a
special.
real McCoy.
Well, there was something about the Evansville Philharmonic and the Symphonic Band, all the music added together, and least we forget tonight the men and women we are here for that have given us our freedoms tonight on this Independence Day. We celebrate you.
And we will be back in just a moment.
Well, we want to thank some special people who have helped us throughout the evening. Risley Audio and Video helped us out.
That's right, and Eva Parr, of course, has helped out graciously. Casino Astar,
yes.
Boy, what a show, and also Integra Bank. You couldn't have done it without them. I mean, a show of this magnitude really can't be done just on a whim. It takes a lot of commitment from everybody.
And we encourage you, it was beautiful on TV, but we encourage you to come down to the riverfront next year for this spectacular. Good night, everyone.
Thunder and Lightning July 4th Fireworks Spectacular has been brought to you by Arby's, now that your tastes have grown up. And by Farm Bureau Insurance, solutions you need from a company you know.
Here's a deal that'll make grown-ups salivate. Oh, heck, it'll make them drool. 5 Arby's roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. That's a great price on the kind of sandwiches grown-ups really like. Tender, slow-roasted beef you get to top with tangy Arby's sauce or tasty horsey sauce. 5 Arby's roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. But not for long, so get to Arby's and satisfy your grown-up tastes.
What's your dad doing? He's waiting to talk to his insurance agent. Well, my dad never has to do that when he calls Farm Bureau Insurance.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance has a 24-hour customer service call center, an interactive website, and a fleet of emergency response vehicles to provide you with the best possible customer service.
Your dad's funny when he has to wait. Well, that's nothing. You should see him when he calls to order a pizza.
This is the type of weather that makes Royal Spa products the most fun to own. Our saunas, whirlpool baths, swim spas, micro spas, and hot tubs have never been more popular than now. Our Royal Spa products have been designed to be the most energy efficient, longest lasting, lowest maintenance, and best engineered in the industry. Why would you support our opponents bringing in products from out of state when you can buy from the home team, Indy's only manufacturer of hot tubs, saunas, and whirlpool baths, the Royal Spa team?
I don't think a lot of offices take the time and trouble to actually process medical bills as the client's incurring them with the client's own insurance company.
Or by sending out letters of guarantees to the various providers to make sure that these arrangements are taken care of.
It's the name you have trusted for 25 years, Robert John and Associates.
Live from 14 WFIE, winner of the Associated Press Award for Best Newscast. This is Newswatch 14 at 10.
Tri-Staters celebrate Independence Day with a bang and plenty of bravado. Thousands line the Evansville riverfront for the Thunder and Lightning Spectacular. Good evening, everyone. I'm David James. The rain stayed away, and the big show lived up to its billing. 30 minutes of fireworks and several hours of patriotic music. 14 WFIE was proud to bring you the show live on TV and over the internet. News anchor Ann Comas and Storm Team meteorologist Jeff Lyons had a front row seat. They joined us now live from the riverfront. Guys, a show worth a standing ovation.
Oh, there is no doubt about it. The people out here were very entertained, and it was, well, it was just spectacular, like it promised, like the title said. David, the fireworks were beautiful, the music was wonderful, and to put it all together, it sounds so complicated, but boy, the effect was just stunning.
It really was.
And the people, ooh and ah.
And when they started playing the Stars and Stripes Forever there at the end, people were clapping and cheering, and then when that finale started, I mean, everybody was on their feet, and you thought the whole sky was going to fall in.
Yeah.
And fortunately, it wasn't thunder and lightning. It was just the kind that we had paid for, so that's a good thing.
Because we were a little worried about the rain early on.
It looked like we might have some rain, and we still may get some rain later on tonight. In fact, we'll be checking live digital Doppler here in just a couple of minutes. But you're seeing some of the last there of the fireworks when they were playing the Star Wars theme. And I'm not good at estimating crowds, but there had to be at least 10,000 down here, maybe more than that.
Oh, I would think so, yeah. I'm not good at that either. But let's get on to the weather. What's going on?
Well, actually, I'm going to tell you what's going on. Let's check out live digital Doppler 14. And what we're seeing now is a little bit of rain moving into the northwestern corner of the tri-state up there in Clay, Richland, and Lawrence counties. That will be dropping on through later on tonight. We will have a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Our pinpoint forecast highs are going to be in the 90s tomorrow with more isolated thunderstorms, kind of the same thing like we had today.
Okay. All right, Jeff. David, back to you.
All right, guys. Good job on the program. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
For an encore of the fireworks and, of course, the music, let's go live to Steve Johnson, one of the thousands of satisfied customers on the riverfront. Steve, the live music seemed to be a real hit out there.
Well, David, it certainly was. You know, as you said, a lot of thousands of satisfied spectators out here. You know, bringing the Evansville Philharmonic and the Symphonic Band down here was an excellent idea because the music kept the crowd entertained until the fireworks, the spectacular fireworks show, lit up the sky. The Evansville Philharmonic Orchestra and the Symphonic Band gets the crowd warmed up.
Bringing the Philharmonic in was a wonderful idea.
It gives you an entire evening of something to do and just sit outside and enjoy the weather and the fun.
It's the first time the two groups have ever performed together.
Well, it's a nice idea having the Philharmonic play along this time. My daughter, as a matter of fact, plays in the Philharmonic. My son plays in the other orchestra, so it's kind of nice.
Working behind the scenes to make sure everything goes off without a hitch, the crew from 14 WFIE. And then the moment everyone's been waiting for. More than 7,000 fireworks light up the sky in downtown Evansville.
I like the music very much, and I think the fireworks are great.
I think the fireworks are fantastic, and the music adds so much to it. Both the orchestra and the band are great.
Back out here live, a lot of folks still hanging out. Look at this little guy. He did have a sparkler. It must have gone out, but a lot of folks still out here hanging around, as you mentioned earlier, David. The rain did stay away, so it was a perfect night out here. David, back to you in the studio.
Steve Johnson, thanks a lot for that report. Unfortunately, we have a sad story to pass along to you tonight. A little girl, a young girl, wasn't breathing when she was pulled from an Evansville lake this afternoon. The child, 7-year-old Lacey Turner, was revived by a registered nurse and others attending a 4th of July outing. Lacey Turner was then taken to St. Mary's Medical Center, where at last report she was in critical condition. This accident happened at a private lake surrounded by homes off Oak Hill Road north of Morgan, and those attending...
The sound is so incredibly clear, you can hear a pin drop. It looks and sounds like you're at the movies. but you can experience it at home. And let's not forget, you can watch it in widescreen, hear it in different languages, choose from features like director's notes, behind-the-scenes footage, trailers, and more. Even watch a movie right on your computer.
Whoa!
And rent or buy thousands of DVD titles available from these great Hollywood studios. DVD. See it. Hear it. Feel it. DVD.
I'm not going to have any trouble with you.
No, sir. Not all guards are good. Not all prisoners are bad.
John Coffey is a murderer.
I don't think he did it at all.
Not all things Take my hand, boss, please. Are easily explained.
What did you just do to me? Was it a miracle? Yes, it was.
From the director of The Shawshank Redemption.
You want me to take you out of here?
Tom Hanks, The Green Mile. Look for it on DVD and video cassette.
From New Line Cinema comes a story about the highs, the lows, the ups, and downs of next Friday.
I feel 5 pounds lighter.
Ice Cube.
Why don't you give your Auntie Sugar some sugar?
Next Friday.
I love Fridays.
Rated R.
Gotta be the most beautiful girl on the earth.
I'm not too sure. Just kill me now.
From Barry Levinson, director of Diner, Tin Men, and Avalon, comes the newest portrait in an American family album. Roger Ebert says, thumbs up, I loved it. Lots of humor, it's wonderful.
Have you lost your mind?
What are you talking about? It's Halloween.
You are not leaving this house dressed as Adolf Hitler.
Liberty Heights.
Put the Fuhrer on the phone.
Look for it on DVD and video cassette.
I'm Crawford McKenzie. I'm a hairdresser.
Welcome to Los Angeles. What kind of movie you guys making?
It's exactly like Braveheart, except it's a hairdressing movie set in modern times and nobody gets killed.
Crawford McKenzie is going Hollywood.
Everyone who is anyone is here to watch the top stylists compete for the platinum scissors.
And he's doing it with style.
I feel something starting to harden.
That's just me, darling. I'm excited.
The Big Tease. Look for it on DVD and video cassette.
It's kind of like Rocky, but with curvers.
I love what that man does with hair.
From Warner Home Video. He's a man who's given his life to the law. She's a woman who's given her love to one man. In a world that creates its own justice.
I punish men that cross the line.
I cannot live with a man who finds it so easy to kill.
Their love will conquer the wildest frontier. Bill Pullman, Diane Lane, Dennis Weaver, The Virginian. Look for it on video cassette. It was a moment in history that forced one father and son apart and changed the world forever. From the writer-director of Field of Dreams.
Can't do that, ham boy. Bob.
Well, I'm heaven.
You think you invented anger? There's nothing you feeling I ain't felt times 10.
I let be thy name. Why not let me learn on my own?
Danny Glover, Freedom Song. Look for it on video cassette. He was set up,
Who said I was doctoring the books?
betrayed,
We have enough loyalty between the two of us. So don't trust me again.
and marked for death.
Stay here.
Now he and his family have only one chance.
I think you're just the guy that can help us.
A chance to disappear. Without a trace,
Not a snitch. I never was, I never will be.
without a name,
You came to us, remember?
You didn't let me know what was going on.
and without honor.
You have a choice. One choice. You either roll with the program or you pack your bags and you leave, Bobby.
In the Witness Protection Program.
You're in the Witness Protection Security Safe Site and Orientation Center, where you begin the process of redocumentation for your new legal identity. These 30 witnesses who left the program all fell back into criminal activity, got killed.
I could never see my daughter again or my grandchildren for the rest of my life because of that bastard.
That's it.
I'm not testifying.
Don't tell me to calm down after what you just did.
I wish they had shot you, because if they had shot you, then you'd be dead and we wouldn't be in this situation.
Witness Protection, starring Tom Sizemore, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, and Forrest Whitaker. When the mob wants you dead, there's only one place to hide. Witness Protection, living beyond the mob.
In the fall of 1991, 6 fishermen left Gloucester, Massachusetts, and encountered a natural disaster.